See, I
Fuck
shared
it,
something
Scram
with
Punks.
him.
Episode now.
It
He
seemed like
said,
it's trying to work now. Let me see, man.
he
It
said, I want to
didn't.
put all this shit in the title.
It didn't say that same bullshit it said last time.
Oh no, he's part of Hog
Oh, I
Wrestling.
think it's on. Is it on, Devin?
Yes, I
Uh,
just got a notification.
Fuck. Shit, damn.
yep, we on.
What's up, y'all? This is Scram Punks episode 62. The title is fucked up right now because everything is messed up. I'm trying not to cuss. I know kids be listening to talk about a lot of great news. News that just happened a couple hours ago. Ponies just attacking me and Devin and shit. Moss got some shit to talk about. Snow Bunny we got some great stuff. Tsunami is here. And you know what? Let me just get to these introductions. Moss, brother, what is going on with you, man?
Am I allowed to do the shameless plug on your channel, Mr. 1000?
Oh, of course.
I just want to make sure. Okay.
Not to get confused with Mr. 100.
You know what I'm saying?
Mr. 100.
We got celebrities hosting podcasts now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to overstep my bound, no. But in all seriousness, we got an event.
Yet?
Should have it.
I set it up.
No,
yeah.
He did.
Okay.
But I didn't do it right for the super chat.
I don't see it, bro.
Oh shit.
All right, start the show over.
Yeah, start the show. Fuck that. We need to get that on.
But no, we're doing an event the 15th, so mark your calendars. 24 hours of straight Stadia we're doing it with like 12 other Stadia content creators, and they're giving out prizes and stuff like that. Go to go to @Stadia Super Saturday for more details on that. So that's what
he said 24 hours.
24 hours, brother.
Hey man, you can be playing the game for 24 hours?
It's my dare to do this? Like, it's like
I'm not doing it for it's not just me, it's 12 me and 11 other people.
So whoever lasts the longest win. Okay, I got you.
Oh goodness. No, I got the time. I'm early in the morning. I got time slots 9 to 10 and 10 to 11 in the morning. So but more details will come out.
Damn, that's crazy. Hey, so hold on. So you could be playing the game and shit for 24 hours?
No. It's me and
It's
11
12 people.
Yeah,
it's 12 people playing 2 hours each.
Mm-hmm.
To be up to 24 hours of straight Stadia play from 12 different people.
Yep. So there's gonna be gameplay, podcasts, open mics, it's a bunch of different stuff. But if you want complete details, go to @Stadia Super Saturday for more details. And they're giving out prizes too, so you definitely don't want to miss it.
Just trying to get Stadia numbers up.
Here we go.
Man,
Tip down. What's up, Tip?
Are they giving Stadias away or?
Hey y'all,
Find out.
Hello, Tip.
Hey Tip, how's the stream going? Cause I'm getting some shit on my end that ain't looking right.
No, it's looking good, bro. It's
It
looking
is?
good.
Because just keep that drop frame shit popping up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if they hear anything, but it's looking good here.
Okay. Like for the few people that's in here, let us know that we sound good. Please let us know. Snow Bunny, what's going on with you, young lady?
Nothing much on my end. Counting down the days to Animal Crossing. And that's about it for me. Gaming some. I did not stream this weekend. I had a lot going on this weekend. I'm planning on streaming some coming up, though.
You get that
my
plushie?
Boring ass shit.
You get that Animal Crossing plushie?
No, man, let's even talk about. I would love to get it, and we're going to talk about during the Switch report. I would love to get the Animal Crossing Switch, but I had a $600 car repair bill.
Oh,
damn.
shit.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that kind of.
My tires winterized. It was $598. Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of depressing that I won't be able to get my my Switch Animal Crossing.
You better, hey, listen, you better start a GoFundMe and put it on your Twitter.
Hell no! Hell no! Then I'll get, wait a minute.
You know what?
No, then I'll get those really creepy people in my DMs.
Oh no!
That's Sony.
have to view this. No, this is
We
what
have to
y'all
restart.
do. Snow Bunny is got game streams out there. She's streaming from the Switch. Go and support her. She's out there on Twitch, all that stuff. You can actually go to the PNTS website, see when she's live, and then go directly to her channel and support her. Ain't no excuses, y'all. She should have her money. She should have her money.
So yeah, so like I said, I had that repair bill, but there's a lot to talk about in Switch Report. We'll get to that when it's time.
Yeah, I meant to talk to you about that Switch Report shit. No, I'm joking.
I didn't.
Mr. 1000, he's like, you know what? We gonna.
No, I'm talking. Hey, so is everybody breaking up or is it just Moss? Yeah, so see, hey, look, man.
What day is it on
Hey,
again?
look what Emmanuel was
Saying
saying.
the sound is bugging right now.
Get it on the laptop. Is there anything else
Let
running?
me
Damn, so you're saying Google can't even run YouTube?
what the fuck? I end up with Discord and Streamlabs.
One of your kids playing Stadia?
Oh, it just left. It just left. It just left.
Okay.
That shit just left. I had
Okay,
YouTube
good.
up. I don't know. Okay, well, it looks good now. We should be sounding better.
You know what? When you open YouTube, that's what it is. If you got YouTube up too,
Okay.
Chrome, you open it up in Chrome.
Yep.
It's
And
the
then
memory hub.
I closed it though. We're good. I got a fucking etch a sketch, 2 etch a sketches
Taped together. With some
taped
Gorilla
together. So okay, y'all. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. We're having just a lot of technical difficulties. I don't know shit. Moss knows. Moss our tech guy, and he lives far from me. So the shit pop back up. God dang. I thought it was.
Where's
I
Noah?
closed
He the real
YouTube.
tech.
I closed YouTube and stopped. Now it popped back up, Moss. Well, anyway, fuck. All right, y'all. Devin, what's up, bro? You got something going on?
Nothing going on at the moment, but working on a couple of videos, spare the moment shit. Like whatever I see, like a big story pop up on Twitter, I'll be making videos.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm starting to hear everybody started botting a little bit. Drop frames.
You know what? Why don't you do this after we go through the introductions? It might be actually be your Discord. So shut down Discord completely and hop back in it, and we'll take over until you get back.
Tsunami, you got something going on, bro?
No,
Thanks for
nothing
joining
much,
us.
Yeah, nothing much, They just relaunched well, not relaunched, but it was in beta before for insiders. But the Quest program, this new Quest program will finance my next Xbox. So look out for that. It's like the new Microsoft rewards, but basically like play some Game Pass stuff, and they can do dailies, weeklies, monthlies, and it's like a lot of money per month. So check it out.
Yeah, you get free money.
Yeah,
Okay.
I average like 15. I average like 15 a month.
Is Neetu still here? I guess not. Noah
Probably
here?
making a pizza.
Noah here?
I ain't know.
You said he went to go get the pizza.
No, only people. No, just us.
Okay, cool. So listen, I'm going to go ahead and start this show. I'm going to drop out for a second, but first, I want to say let's talk about this before I drop out. And can everybody hear me well?
Yeah,
okay, you got back.
Okay.
Neefus, what you been up to?
Emmanuel, it's something going on, bro. I gotta see what's up. Real quick, fucking Rod Fergusson left the coalition, y'all. Well, what are y'all thoughts about this? I'm gonna go ahead and leave and come back, y'all. But go ahead, Moss.
Who wants to start it first?
That Mike Ibarra is.
Face. They're trying to dig themselves out. Don't know what the hell happened
Mike
over
Ibarra
there.
pulled a Phil Spencer. He coming into a shit situation. People acting like
And
it's
he's
okay
going to pull
right
out
now.
way better than Phil Spencer. Pause.
Oh shit!
All right.
You
I
say
said
pause.
All right. I'll wait and see.
Phil Spencer, Mike Ibarra's the right guy to get there. Rod Fergusson is a good guy. We kind of talked about
what are their positions though? Like, what do they do?
He's the head. You know what? I don't give me the line. I don't fucking. Don't give me the line. Don't even give me the line.
Phil Spencer.
I know. Rod Ferguson's going to be in lead for Diablo.
Yeah, he's going to be in charge of Diablo. He's going to be in charge of what does Mike do? I don't want to say Mike is the Phil Spencer over at Blizzard. He might be. I don't know, but he's a VP.
You're on tape right now. Don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. I know. That's what I said. I don't want to. I don't want to. My mind is telling me no. Yeah, but no, they're great. They're great guys. I mean, let's be honest, y'all. Again, we was talking about my subjectivity before.
Hey, man, Mario said he can't hear anything.
Oh, you can't hear anything?
He said he can't hear anything. What the fuck, man?
I was able to hear the stream, like when I was just watching it now.
Hey, somebody check to see if you can hear the stream, because the man said he can't hear anything.
Is he trolling us? Is he trolling?
No, I can hear it.
Oh, is he a pony?
I don't know. No, he's an Xbox dude.
Yeah,
All right.
Manuel wouldn't troll us.
Yeah, Manuel wouldn't troll.
No, I can hear it. I can hear.
Okay.
Because you're not butting towards us. Like, I don't hear you butting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Rod, look, Gears 5, regardless of if you're a Gears head or not, Gears 5 is a good game. It's a good game. It's a solid game. And I don't think that it got the recognition that it should have got because it had the Xbox logo on it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So once Rod gets himself out of that whole debacle and that whole controversy or whatever, I think that his efforts will be appreciated.
Controversy.
Over at Blizzard. Yeah, whether right or wrong, everything Xbox is controversial. You know what I'm saying? So.
Not only that, he had the whole thing with the no smoking in Gears and people all upset. A lot of fake rage about stupid stuff.
Yeah, they said it's gonna be less gore. They took out war. Like,
I was there too. I said it too.
See,
he was making podcasts about it.
See, my opinion about this, y'all, is it says this. We all know this industry. People leave all of the time. I'm assuming Mikey Barr offered him something that he couldn't refuse. Yeah, get out of that cold ass Canada shit. Move to California, with its beautiful weather, with beautiful white women walking around.
Even though it's called Blizzard.
Right, even though it's called Blizzard. But I mean, maybe like Mark said, maybe he just want to get away from the Xbox, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know. Who knows why do people leave? Why do people get demoted? We don't know. So of course, some ponies are going to make it say, oh my God, Xbox is about to close, shit like that. But at the end of the day, it's just another developer going to another studio. That's all it is.
So would you rather lose a head guy, like a developer guy, or would you lose your president and shit like Sony's been doing?
All right.
Because they put it on the same level. It is not the same level. We lost one exec in the fucking game, not the whole fucking company. Like one game. So I don't want people to keep making this comparison to y'all lost one of y'all biggest people. PlayStation been losing their people for the past couple months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's funny when it happens to Xbox, they just forget all of the shit that happened to PlayStation the last 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's how it goes.
Not to mention, some of their people came to Xbox.
A lot of people from Naughty Dog or some Sony Studios came to the initiative, and also Playground Games have been hiring a lot of people lately. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean, I hope Rod has fun over there at Blizzard. I'm sure Xbox, the coalition, they're going to be fine. They're going to let me ask you guys a question. Didn't I read that Cory Barlog is not doing the next God of War? He's doing another game.
Shit.
Or
I don't know if
or am I mistaken?
I don't know about that.
Okay, maybe I'm mistaken. I thought I read something. He's doing
maybe his next
you should
game
double check
ain't
that.
God of War, but yeah,
I could have sworn I saw something that some other guy is taking over the next God of War. He's doing some type of sci-fi game. So I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken. Let me double check.
That seems very specific, Dirt.
Yeah, I mean that's what I thought I read.
But I thought he was making a game for EA. What?
No, it's still going to be a Sony game. But I thought I read that. Maybe let me see.
Space adventure in the past with lightsabers. Like what? That's how you forget.
Well, with Rod Fergusson leaving, does that kind of confirm that Gears is taking a break? Maybe.
I think Gears need a break. I think it need a break.
I think so.
I thought he was gonna take a break
FC said I'm right. Corey is doing another game. This is what I thought. Yeah, you're right. Yes,
Oh
yes,
shit,
yes.
Sony lost. Oh, we got to tweet
No,
about
no. He's still with Sony, but he's doing another project.
this. He leaves God of War.
But is he not helping with the new God of War? Or is it like his next game isn't God of War?
His next game isn't God of War, but I also believe some other guy is
That's
running
what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I
somebody-
don't know if
Somebody else taking over?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
but
whatever.
nobody said anything about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I read that shit.
Was Cory Barlog new to God of War when he took over though?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, yeah,
No. Like he
No,
did
no,
God
he-
of like he helped work on God of War 1. He was the head of God of War 2, and he left by the time we did God of War 3. And the person that was the head of God of War 3, he just did the Jedi like Fallen Order game. So
that makes
he's
sense.
pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good. I can think his name, but he's pretty good. Yeah.
So when did Jaffe leave?
After the first one, I believe.
I thought it
No,
was
he
the second-
left after the third one.
Okay.
'Cause he wasn't there for Ascension.
Yeah.
Are you talking about
but
Jaffe? I think
yeah.
Jaffe left after the
Yeah.
first one.
No,
Because
Did he?
Corey did the
No.
second one. Yeah, because Corey Barlog did the second one.
I don't think so.
I'm
I
pretty
think he
sure
was
about
attached to the project. Maybe he wasn't the head
He
of it.
worked on it, but
Maybe.
he wasn't the head.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
kinda
know
like
he
Rod
wasn't
Fergusson,
attached
how
to
Rod
Ascension at
Fergusson
all.
used to work on Gears, but he wasn't the head.
that. Oh, this nigga. Hey, man, this motherfucker, King Thrash be getting on my motherfucking nerves, man. I mean, it's in life, man, niggas never say they could be wrong about some shit. They can never, you know what I'm saying? That shit irritates me.
What do you say?
It's a long story, man.
Never mind.
Damn.
So I'm looking it up. So yeah, anybody, hey yo, Devin. So what you feel about this Rod Fergusson shit?
I think the same thing. That they might be turning towards a new IP. I think that Mike Ybarra might have snaked him
I
over
think
to
there's a lot of
Blizzard.
money involved too.
And yeah, but I don't know.
Oh, you know what?
I mean, he ain't put a gun
I'm sorry,
to his head
y'all.
to make him go.
Hey, Corey Barlog, he was joking about doing another sequel. He said he
I
was
don't know
joking
if-
about it. Makes a joke about not working on God of War 2.
If we're talking about him getting paid
Yeah,
more
but
money,
I
then
don't see him ever leaving that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
why are
Okay,
they-
so he was.
At least do the
he was
trilogy.
joking. Okay, maybe, but it's like I still read some. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he was joking. You know, he got that type of sense of humor. Sorry about that.
I think you like fucking with fanboys and stuff. Because
Yeah, yeah,
each
yeah.
time he'd say something about Sony, everybody's like, shut up.
Yeah, but so we got anything else about Rod Fergusson? Like that, man. I'm sorry, man. I cut you off, bro. You got something else?
No, that's about it. I mean, and speaking for as like, obviously he's getting paid more money over there. Then I'm just curious as to why like developers from like Naughty Dog and Sony Santa Monica and shit like that are coming over to Xbox.
Mhm.
If they don't got no money.
Yeah.
Or,
So at the end
I
of the day,
personally
wanna
think people
say-
want to try new things. Like he's been working on Gears like how many years?
yeah, but would I give a fuck if I'm making more money?
Yeah, but when you're
I don't care what I'm doing. I'll do the same thing my whole life if I'm getting paid the most.
Okay, I'll give you an example. LeBron James, he get bored and go to another team just because.
LeBron James can burn money. He don't care.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Only
like
thing
sometimes
I'm
you want a
gonna
challenge.
say- The only thing I'm going to say on the whole Rod Fergusson thing is I wish him luck in his ventures.
yeah, the same thing.
Yeah.
With
Same.
with some luck.
I mean, this isn't the first time he's left. Like, I mean, didn't he leave to help get Bioshock Infinite done? I mean, that's a huge feat.
yeah.
That shit was in development hell, right? And that came
I
out
mean-
to be great.
Him being behind Diablo, I'm excited about it.
Came out.
Definitely.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, but like a lot of people like it though. I know you don't.
Now, you know what? That's the untold secret. I want to say it's 60-40, a lot of people that played it. Because then big ups to, who was that, IGN or Game Informer? They came out with a second review. The motherfucker blasted the hell out of that game. But no, Rod Fergusson is talented. I think what happened was, even with that game, I don't blame Rod. I blame it on crazy ass, what's his name? The studio head at the time.
yeah. I know you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
Cliff?
No.
No.
Not
Who?
Bioshock.
Like you talking about Bioshock?
Bioshock.
Ken Levine. Ken Levine.
Yeah, Ken Levine. Yeah.
Ken Levine, he was, dude, the ending of Bioshock, I'm not going to do no spoilers, but the ending of that will tell you that dude was tripping on some acid during that game. Something was up.
Hey, but one more thing before we stop talking about Rod Fergusson. Like you guys mentioned, Gears. I love Gears 5. I thought the campaign was one of the best Gears campaign. It was a great campaign, but
Yeah,
I do think they need to
especially
give it a
co-op.
break. Give it a break. Give it a little break. Give it about a 6-year break. Do another IP.
So
I would
so
love if they finish that Shane Heist to see what the fuck that's gonna be about. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
because you know
Yeah,
what they mentioned that too. They said what was it about? They said we want to talk about it just in case we end up using it.
yeah,
So like it's still in the pocket. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but it's a potential,
yeah,
thing that they could do.
yeah. See, like you know how like Naughty Dog did like 3 straight on Uncharted, and then they did The Last of Us. Then they went back to
Yeah,
Uncharted. Do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
mean, because we do want to know the end of K's story, but no, we
Well,
can
yeah.
wait a few more years for that shit. Just give us something new, because I think they're a talented studio. Just give us something new. So yeah, that's it, man. King Thrash is really talking about Phil. Y'all niggas love to talk about Phil, don't you? Now I know Phil talk too fucking much, but damn, y'all love to talk
But
about
yo,
Phil.
honestly, like, do we even as bots? How often do we mention Phil unless like we're responding to somebody else talk about Phil? We
We
don't
don't mention
champion
that
Phil
as
like
much.
that.
We always like mention because they mention him so dumb.
Y'all don't mention him, but not bruh.
Hey, man,
Twitter,
Post-up used to mention them every goddamn day.
bruh.
Hey,
They be
it's
right. They be right
Phil.
before.
Yeah, they do, kinda,
They be doing.
Phil said,
Yeah.
Hey,
Think
King
about
Thrash, we
To that dude.
we're about to talk about that, King Thrash. Like we're on top of the news here at Scram Punks, and
Hey, drop it in. Hey, King Thrash, drop it in the super chat.
man, I don't know what the super chat. Hey man, I don't know what the fuck I did.
got
I
it.
ain't do something right because I monetized my channel, but the super
Okay.
chat ain't nowhere to be found. So I don't know what the
Can
hell
you
going on.
can you add that in like during the stream?
I don't know.
Probably
I ain't about
not.
to fuck with that shit right now. Man, I figured I'll like watch a YouTube video. Like, how do you super chat shit on live stream? Well, anyway, so since King Thrash is mentioning it, let's talk about Phil Spencer, right? Phil Spencer. Okay. All hell broke loose on Twitter because Phil is talking. When Phil talks, people listen.
Stop talking
Nah,
on the goddamn
we
phone.
admit, Moss, myself, Tsunami,
Goddamn
we
phone.
admit sometimes Phil does talk too damn much. Sometimes, I like to hear what he got to say sometimes. And sometimes, like, you could have kept that shit, Phil.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yesterday, an article came out regarding Phil Spencer, and he said that Nintendo and Sony is in competition. Now, I'm going to read exactly what he said. Let me pull it up. He said, Amazon and Google are the main competitors going forward. Now, this article says Sony and Nintendo aren't the main competition in the cloud world. I read this whole article on The Verge. He didn't say Sony and Nintendo. He didn't say nothing about consoles, actually.
Yo, just hearing what you said, I already know where you're going with this. They just chopped up what he said. Okay, I got you.
He was talking about, he said, when you talk about Nintendo and Sony, we have a ton of respect for them, but we see Amazon and Google as the main competitors going forward, said Spencer. That's not to disrespect Nintendo and Sony, but the traditional gaming companies are somewhat out of position. I guess they could try to recreate Azure, but we've invested tens of billions of dollars in cloud over the years. He's talking about cloud. Now,
Yeah.
he's not lying about that. Amazon and Google and Microsoft, they're really on their cloud shit. I'm gonna just put it in layman terms, in hood nigga terms. They're on their cloud shit. They've been investing for years, investing billions of dollars for their cloud services, and Sony and Nintendo hasn't done those things. So he's specifically talking about cloud shit. Now, I would love. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Moss.
Let me. I'll say this. I think when he's talking about like shit.
Oh, here we go.
I'm trying to think of a good analogy to use, but I can't think of it. So I just fuck it. I'm gonna just say it like this. He's not. He been. If the concern is Phil bowed out of the console war, the console war was over for Microsoft when Microsoft shook hands with Sony. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never see Coke and Pepsi do a distribution deal together. They then no longer see, if they say we're going to use the same trucks and this, that, y'all use them on Tuesday and then we're going to use them on Friday, then the competition is over. So being that they signed a distribution deal, Microsoft don't see Sony as competition. They don't
Hold
see
on,
Nintendo.
wait, Moss. You bringing it back to the argument on Twitter. The article literally said in
Bruh,
cloud, we do not see
I did a whole
Nintendo and
video on
PlayStation.
this. No. He said that the main competitors are Google and Amazon and saying we're
But he's
focused on
referring to
them.
cloud.
Then you no. Then you got to go back to the Fortune magazine video article or interview where he says where they asked him, "Don't you believe in inherent competition with Sony?" No, I don't believe in inherent competition. But 2 sentences later, he's dogging Google. He don't want to compete with Sony. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Again, I'm not. Don't take
Here's
this as
the
a
other part,
dig.
Moss. That's his business partner. He can't talk bad about his business partner.
Exactly. But that's what I'm telling you. How is your business partner your competitor? You just proved my point. It's an oxymoron.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a reason.
Because
How often do you see Apple bash Microsoft nowadays? You don't, because they're business partners. They put all their shit on Apple and vice versa. Like once that
Okay.
happens, you can do your own thing, go on your own lane. But slander don't happen no more. They behind the scenes want to win, but they're not gonna be like, oh, fuck them, or throw shots and stuff like that.
No. Microsoft clearly takes digs at Google all the time. Every time, look at that Fortune magazine and all the interviews that he does talking about cloud. They're clearly taking digs. We're looking at cloud like this, where we want to give you a dedicated solution. They're taking digs at Google all the time. It's very clear and evident who they think their competitors are. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but they've drawn the line in the sand with this article to say, look, we're not trying to go against Sony and Nintendo. We don't like those Google dudes and those Amazon cats because they threaten our business all the way around. But we don't feel any threat from Sony or Nintendo, and we're going to work with them. That's what they're saying, right or wrong. But I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But let's be very clear. Microsoft does not want to compete against Nintendo. They don't want to compete against Sony because they look at them as only competing in the console market. And Microsoft now looks at themselves beyond the console market.
Okay, but here's the thing
I agree
that I
with
don't
Mars
agree with.
on that one, though. I agree with
But
Mars
here's the
on
thing
that.
I don't agree with. They can say what they want, but what have they shown? They've stolen their talent. They're going out their way to make a stronger box. They buying studios, so obviously they're competing. They can call it what you want, but as far as like not competing is what they did the past 5 years.
How
They
have
had
they
no
stolen their
games.
talent? How have they stolen their talent? Like the development. Hold on, Tsunami. You just cited a segment 3 seconds ago, motherfucker, saying that developers leave all the time. It's no big deal. To now, Microsoft is stealing talent. No,
But what I'm saying, how is that? Anything I said was not wrong. Developers leave all the time, and Microsoft is stealing them. I didn't say anything was wrong with it. All I'm saying is they are competing if they're doing these things. When they weren't competing was when they had
you
no
have
games.
to understand this, Tsunami. They made a stronger box, right? But it wasn't to compete with the PlayStation 5.
But my
It was to
point
compete
is,
with
if
Google
they
Stadia.
weren't competing, they wouldn't come out with another box. If they
No,
weren't
but
competing,
they
wouldn't buy
got
more
this box
studios.
because their cloud infrastructure isn't ready yet. This is supposed to.
You gotta
This
look
box.
at you gotta look at the articles. The article again that he did with MCV, where he said, right now, cloud streaming is only good for when you go away from your console. So meaning that they can't compete with Google and Amazon off of xCloud right now because it's not where they want it to be. So they got to drop that 12 teraflop box. Now our 12 teraflops is better than Google's 10 teraflops. Now
Yeah,
what, Google?
exactly.
That's what
Okay,
it
but you
is.
just mentioned one thing out of all the things I said. I said they bought all these new studios. If they're not competing, they wouldn't have done that.
Amazon is
they're
buying
hiring the talent.
studios.
If they're
Google
not
they
is
gotta
buying
make games.
studios.
Why wouldn't they buy studios
Who are
if they're
they-
trying to compete? They're
Because-
going to make games.
But my
They're
point
making
is, the past
games to
5 years they
compete,
didn't have games. That's when they weren't
but
competing. Now they are.
slowly.
Okay.
The way I
Well,
took this article was this is how I took the article. I took the article as right now Microsoft is trying to move out of the console space, so they're not focused on Nintendo and Sony. They want to go after Amazon and Google and jump the ship. I mean, jump guns to get ahead in the cloud streaming before Amazon and Google do. They're going to acquire these studios. Yes. Okay. Yes. Why not acquire the studios? You're getting ready to go into a gaming sphere. You need to have games for your cloud service programs.
and before they acquired those studios that Bunny mentioned, guess who was starting to acquire studios right before they was talking about it? Amazon did. Amazon had acquired a couple of studios, and they ended up scaling it back a little bit, but they didn't do it as a knee-jerk reaction to Sony, because Sony didn't get anybody. They did it as a knee-jerk reaction to Amazon. So just because they got studios, to your point, I'm going through all your points. You said they got studios. It's like Sony got studios. No, they got studios like Amazon got studios. They're getting developers. Amazon was poaching developers. Google poached all of PlayStation as well. Most of Google Stadia is full of PlayStation people. Oh, well, they're building a bigger box. The 12 teraflop box is to compete with the 10.7 teraflops of Google Stadia. They're laser focused on them, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong.
So now we're comparing a box to streaming.
Because their streaming isn't ready.
Yeah.
Okay, but how does making the box not leave them, like, why don't you just make your cloud infrastructure stronger instead of worrying about the box?
Because that shit takes time.
Yeah.
And they're doing that at the same time too.
Yeah. I think, and they realized what happened, that they're using S's and X's and then Scarlets. And I think they realized that maybe that approach it may work in the long run, but it's going to take a little bit of time doing it. And it's not up to par. Let's take Stadia out of it. It's not up to par to NVIDIA. And they realized that. So they said, okay, we got to lean on the box a little bit more for the power until we get our xCloud up. Because Phil said it himself. It's going to be a few years before this comes out.
But isn't the box what powers xCloud? The actual boxes are in the racks.
The S boxes are in the racks.
Yes, but they're going to go. They said they're going to put.
They're going to take several years to do that. Or no, not several. I'm sorry. They said at least 2 years for that to happen.
But my point is, their goal was to always put Xboxes in their server racks.
Yeah. So
they're making Xboxes, not just for the cloud, but for actual
you just proved my
hardware.
point. No. Okay, they're making Xboxes to go on the server racks. What are you going to do those 2 years until your server racks can compete? You got to have a standalone box that you sell to people, right? What you going to do? Work off of the xCloud that can't compete with these other people?
But if they have the hardware and they put them in the server racks, isn't the hardware already complete?
The hardware's complete, but they don't. They didn't put that part of the current box that's coming out is not in the server racks yet. They won't be ready to be in the server racks for 2 years.
But you said it takes years to develop. I said once the